A few of us expats were talking the other day about all the people we know who come to Panama, say they're starting this brand new home and this new life, and then end up limping home, completely disenfranchised after, 6 months or a year or even less. And the same thing is kind of true for digital nomads. They hit the road for a year or two, and then they end up going back home to a corporate job, leaving their, travel blog to rot in the halls of the Google archives. So we were talking about the reasons that people give up on these lives of adventure to go back to the life that they left behind. And we noticed that there was a couple of really sort of common trends. The first one is really that they simply run out of money. I mean, this could be an expat who thought they had enough savings to live on, but then they were badly mistaken because they realized that even though locals might be able to live for $800 a month, there's no way as North Americans we can do it if you want to live like an American or a European is kind of used to. And this can also apply to a digital nomad or someone trying to do a traditional expat job, like teaching English. The fact is, on that type of income that you're going to be getting in these places, you're going to be barely surviving. Never mind putting together nest egg for later on. The next reason that expats and digital nomads give up is because they get to a point where they want to put down roots. They're getting tired of the transient nature of the friends they make on the road. And, they want to spend more time with their families. Or they're sick of being constantly in search of free Wi-Fi and cheap rent at hostels and bouncing around from third world country to third world country. I mean, yes, that stuff, it's super exciting when you're young, but the lifestyle doesn't agree with most people who are a little bit older or, they want to have a spouse or they already have a spouse and they want to start a family. And the final reason that people give up is they end up hating where they end up living, and they don't want to start over again somewhere else. So they just go back to what they know and the misery they know. And to me, that's one of the saddest reasons. They're not happy, obviously, so that's why they go looking abroad. But then they don't find what they want right away, so they go back to the misery that they already knew. The world is such a big place, and there's so many options out there that I think it's sad that people limit themselves in that way and give up. The good news is that all three of these reasons for failing as an expat or as a digital nomad, they can all be solved. Location-independent, unconventional entrepreneurs, the tribe that I talk to, have figured out the strategies for living wherever they want, with complete freedom and without any sacrifice. They're traveling when they want and they're going where they want. They have a home, or they might even have, many of them have multiple homes in different locations, around the globe and around the world. So they can spend time with their families and not miss important events, like weddings and birthdays and Christmas. But they can also spend real time getting to know as many other cultures and countries as they want to while they're doing it. Whether it's one country that they want to set roots in or whether it's 100. They're building a nest egg that's going to provide for them later on in life. So they're not relying on a pension that may or may not ever exist. And best of all, they're free to enjoy their lives on their own terms and with their own goals. So wherever that is in the world. So even if their future goals change, they strategically set up themselves to be able to just follow those change and not have to start over from scratch every time they go through and do it.